Ladies and gentlemen, how about this one? Bengals 27, Steelers 17. Now that right there is how you win a football game, period. End of story. Prime time, by the way. Prime time, baby. The Bengals pick. Who would have thought? Ryan Finley, the Ryan Finley-led Bengals are going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers on prime time. You just love to hear it. This is a game where the Bengals got a couple turnovers early, something this team has, lacked this year quite often, win the turnover battle, that is, and they ran it down the throats of the Steelers. It was a team that ran the ball, 40 times for 151 yards this game. Was it a dominant offensive performance? No, not really, not at all. It didn't have to be, though. Games like this are the ones, though, that give me hope as a Bengals fan in the future. Games like this is what, this is what wins championships. Their turnover battle is so big. And you look at, I think we brought these guys up before. You look at a team like the Dolphins this year. Look at how well they've been playing. It's not because of some offensive powerhouse. It's because of their defense getting key turnovers throughout the game. Heck, the Steelers' defense is the reason they're relevant. I mean, look how bad their offense is. That defense has been carrying that team this year. Defense wins championships, and that turnover battle is a big help right there. And for the Bengals to finally go out there and get some, and then go out there and also, we're going to have a pretty good offensive game plan to go with it. We say good offensive game plan because guess what? Ryan Finley threw the football 13 times. And I don't think he looked too bad doing it either. But we know he's not the future of this team. He's not a future starter in the league. Fact of the matter is, he holds onto the football too long. He's going to make some bad decisions. But guess what? That's what backup quarterbacks do. But to go out there and use this man to his strengths and play this team to its strengths where, who would have known? Ryan Finley, pretty good handling that football, running it as well there. Went out there and had, 10 totes on the night? So pretty solid in that aspect there. Use your players to your strengths. I cannot stress it enough here. And again, to go out against a ferocious and aggressive Steelers pass rush that wants to get to that quarterback. They want to go out there and force him to throw ill-advised passes, make some turnovers, and to go out there and take that weapon away from the Steelers and run that football 40 times. That's 3 claps. 3 of them from me on the game planning side there for this Cincinnati Bengals offense. And that as a Bengals fan, it makes me pretty happy. I'm going to be completely honest. And boy, I don't know what to say about the other side of the football here. Again, this Steelers offense, it's amazing to see how powerful and how dominant they were with Big Ben just 2 years ago. And to just see it feels like the wheels are falling off for Roethlisberger and falling off quickly. For him to go out there and struggle against a Cincinnati team, a team that he's dominated and played so well against his entire career, that says a lot. But at the same time, you do have to give credit to this Bengals defense. A defense with no Wilson, no Reader, no Geno, some big names out of there. And this defense came out and they played strong. And it's very encouraging to see them go out there and play like this late in the season when there's, again, not much on the line here for the Bengals. Clearly out of playoffs. And have your team still playing out there their hardest. You'll love to see that there. Next week could be a big game here that decides if the Bengals get a franchise tackle or not here, going up against a 4-10 Houston Texans team. And I imagine Zach Taylor's name is going to continue to be on the hot seat the rest of the season. So I'll tell you what I'm looking for next week. And that is this team to go out straight out the gate, pound that rock, run it, and run it some more. And that's it. I don't care what the result of this game is. To be completely honest, I don't want to see the Bengals lose, but I really, really would like to see Sewell come over to this Bengals franchise over here for the next 15 years. All-pro tackle would feel pretty good about that for Joey B. But that being said, win, lose, or draw, I think what we are watching for is how Zach Taylor manages this team throughout the rest of this season. And I'm looking for, again, the run to football a lot. Why? The Houston Texans had the second worst rush defense in the league. I think it's second worst. Was the second worst. One of the worst rush defenses in the league, period. You got to go out there. Doesn't matter who's the running back. You got to try to establish that run game early, establish it often. And if things go downhill, at least you came in with the game plan to try to exploit the opponent's weakness here. I think that's important to see how these Bengals going forward. We'll see. That's our thoughts, though. Big game this week for the Bengals. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.